Hello. Hello, friends. Hello, y'all. Can y'all see me? Maybe I need to take my hat off. It's not about seeing me, though, so much as it is about hearing me. Hearing me is what is important. I know y'all have seen my pretty face, but, you know, I'm Jason Budd here. Y'all are friends with me, probably, so y'all know that already. Kind of the big thing, we're in what... I'm going to turn this off, because I get kind of chastised a little bit for doing some of these while I drive, although I'm proficient at driving, for one, and doing... anyway, I'm not trying to justify it, but I am going to pay as much of attention as I can to get the best thing done. We're in kind of these what people call uncertain times. People need uncertainty in their lives a little bit. That's why you have the drama that is so attractive for certain people and a lot of people. You just need that. You need spontaneity, and man, there's some spontaneity going on right now. But it's important that we lean on people and we realize that while this has different levels of an impact on each person, every single person in the world is going through this. Every single person in your city, in your community, and people deal with the stress in different ways. So I think, a little bit of grace is always a good thing to have in order, but a little bit of empathy and why maybe things are doing what they're doing. So great time to lean on people in your circle, maybe to tighten down your circle a little bit, but to really invest in that, and it's a good time to look at your community. I think I said something the other day about funerals are something that brings people together. It makes people think about their periphery, I guess, in with regards to funerals for family or friends and all that stuff, or hell, it makes you just think about how small you are in a good way, because that perspective and how small you are is very, very humbling. This whole process, I think, is a very humbling experience for a lot of people. I've made it a point, which I talk to everybody. Blessing or a curse, I guess it's both, but I talk to everybody all the time. And I've been really making it a point to anybody that I encounter at a store, at a drive-thru, or a pickup or whatever. I've really been thanking them for being at work, because it's easy as hell to call in and play that I don't feel safe card or whatever, because you don't want to go to work. But I really I love seeing how many people are out, and I say that little extra thank you because I appreciate it. It makes makes whatever I'm trying to do that much easier to do. I've also, I've tried to look at the positives for everything. We all talk about things. If we had more time, we would do them. Gosh, if I only had a couple extra hours in the day, I would change blah blah blah. I'd do this differently. I'd start this. I'd start that. Man, now's a great time. I know, some people might have to put down some of that thrive on the drama to enact some of this stuff. So, I know there's a lot of people that just really jump on this. I mean, I thought about this, but you may have 2 weeks of a pause in the regular, I'm doing air quotes, the regular life. Life goes on all the time. This is just a different story that you're going to have for a little bit. But what would you do if you had an extra 2 weeks? We've all thought about this, and there's different levels, and it's easy to say, well, I can't do anything because I got my kids. I can't take care of anybody. I can't do shit for myself because I got to take care of these kids. Well, okay. You got different planes of what would you do if you had extra time. What would you do for yourself is only one of them. So what would you do? I've got kind of a couple different little verticals in this that I've been thinking about. So what do I want to do for myself that this goes in, where my head always goes with this is we're all a media company. I'll say it louder. We're all media companies in this world now. The internet is just a channel distribution. So I always think about the personal branding. What can I do? If I'm not going out, what can I do online? What can I do from a web perspective? What can I do for blah, blah, blah? To anybody out there that doesn't have a personal website, get at me on some DMs. I'd love to, help you, coach you through doing that, referring you to some great people that could build some badass shit. But think like that. So what can you do for yourself? And then what could you do for the house? When I say the house, what project could you do? This could be your physical house. The house is the family. The house is what is something maybe you've been wanting to do with your spouse or partner or your kids, and obviously this gets whittled down pretty quickly because you got to eliminate all of that entertainment stuff that we all lean on to keep us distracted, or keep us just entertained. Entertainment is just a word for distraction. So you might have to get a little bit personal with some of this stuff, but you can, what are you going to do with your kids? This might involve talking. This might involve writing. This might involve, how many people. This is something I really, really wish I would have done with my grandmother. Jen, I just see you popped on here. Tell Dano I'm going to get back with him really soon when I stop driving. Something I really, really wish I did with my grandmother was to to sit down and record her story. I wanted to do an audio recording that I could transcribe and stuff because she came from Eastern Kentucky. She had a really, really neat story. So now would be a really cool thing to do. I know we got to limit contact with the experienced in our society, but that might be a way to at least get the ball rolling on that. So all of that stuff, you could start that on so many levels. What's a book that you wanted to read? You could knock out shit in 2 weeks time. If you really, really wanted to get in and soak up some knowledge, you could knock out 3-4 books pretty solidly in this period. And then, what else could you be, there's all sorts of weird projects that you could start and finish while you're kind of holed up. So I'm going to jump off because I think that's enough to ponder if anybody cares. I really, really appreciate anybody that pays attention to this stuff. I don't know everything, but I'm always learning. I'm always soaking up stuff, and I'd love to share some cool, neat stuff, and hopefully, maybe open up somebody's thoughts and minds. I'm gonna go back and I'm grateful. I'm really, 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 really grateful for nurses and for the healthcare workers that they are the forefront of all of this stuff. And they know this. They're very well aware. They set their schedules. They do it every single day. They put a lot of their safety to the side to make sure that everybody is taken care of. So be kind. If hopefully you don't have to seek out any services like that. But if you do, just be graceful, be appreciative that they're there in the first place. And you may not be first in line. You may have to wait a little bit. I know we don't like waiting, but let's look at the pause as a good thing. And I think it's just always important to thank everybody when you're in that position to be able to thank somebody for something. And then I'm really, really grateful for the fact that we live in such a technologically advanced society relative to things, and that we can communicate with people in so many different ways. The ability to do video chat, the ability to call people, so that while you're maybe isolated, you're still not super isolated. You got to take the initiative to utilize this stuff. And you got to get out of your own head. We can all get in our own heads really, really heavy. We can all listen to other people's panic and other people's unhappiness or whatever, and it's easy for us to take a lot of those things on ourselves. But remember, you don't have to. And as bad and as inconvenient as so much of this stuff is, we're all dealing with it. We're all rolling with the punches as best we can. And I understand, a lot of people are, losing income, losing this and that, but, it's all going to be there. It's all going to roll around. You're going to get everything that you want, as long as that's what you're looking for. So, have some fun with it. Love you guys.